Thank thank you, Auntie Lynn. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Heroes Weekly webinar. We do this every Sunday. A very big welcome to all our LC leaders in the house. Brother Red Referent will join us later to give us some updates. And a very big welcome to all the founders in the house. If you are a guest joining us today, you are most welcome. If you have any concern or any question, you can use our chat and one of our leaders will attend to you. Welcome to everyone. My name is Joycelyn Dovo from Manchester, UK, and I'll be moderating for the first part, and our sister Comfort, Sister Fumi will join us later. Thank you very much for joining us. Like I said, Brother Referent will join us later. Brother Matty is in the house. If you want to say something before I move on, Brother Matty. He might be busy right now. Okay. So I think Matty is also busy. We'll wait for Brother Referent to give us updates later. So we call our Tech Pro brothers to give us some, whatever they have for us today. So Brother Bob, Brother Oliver, Brother Collins, Brother Vincent, over to you. Auntie Lynn, can you make Brother Bob a co-host, please? I think he can't.
Sure.
Oh, can you take it? Can you start?
Okay, Bob, you're co-host.
Oliver, go ahead, and then I'll just follow, chip in a couple of points. That's okay.
Good day. Please, I'm just coming, so I'm sweating. I'm trying to put myself together. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's fired up, and this weekend is a good day, and I hope we are all enjoying all what has been going on with our corporate webinar. We saw our team from Dubai, direct from Dubai. We saw what they did. They took their responsibility. The communication department or the old media department, that is a huge department within OnPassive. It's an independent department, one of the largest departments in OnPassive. So you know what that means. And the communication department, that is being headed by Dr. Suha. You heard what she said last week. Things are happening behind the scene, and we are happy how things are happening. I'm sure you guys also saw the O-Tracker. You saw O-Tracker?
Mm-hmm.
You saw O-Connect. Man, everything on the same screen. O-Connect was the one that is like, there's a calculator. You can upload files that everybody that is in that webinar can upload the file, sign whatever, everybody sign that is in there. We also saw that you can see all the participants. You can see all the participants. The time, there's a timer there also. Everything is on the same screen. It's not like in some other ones, you open the page, you close it. No, everything is on the same screen. Like our brother Collins always say, that the configuration or the coding that is behind the scene to see something like that is too much. It's a lot of work, and our CEO and the tech guys in Hyderabad, they've done a wonderful job. They've done a wonderful job. I also saw whiteboard at the right-hand corner. There's a whiteboard. The whiteboard is there also. So can you imagine that? That's why I keep saying the other providers out there, like my sister Marcia said, they're on life support. They're on life support because, and I don't see any company that is not going to buy OnPassive. And let me say this, OnPassive is an AI IT company. I think Redfin sent an audio out there, and Collins and myself, we started talking about also on Thursday night in Rob and Lynn show, that we are not MLM. We are an AI IT company. So you know what that means. And we are starting from the top. Why do I say we're starting from the top? We are starting from the top because look at Burj Khalifa. the CEO 2 weeks ago hired 8 data scientists. Look at Hyderabad. Look at Singapore. We are not starting from the garage. Yeah, I do understand that time is within time changes. We can understand that then it was then, now is now. But the point is that we are not going to go to the stock market. We are starting debt free. We will not go out there to beg for money. No, ONPASS is not going out there to beg for money. We are already, we are getting into the market. We are a unicorn company getting into the market. Look at OTracker. Look at OTracker. When I saw IP block on OTracker, then when the mouse move, the global map, the mouse move when you go to Africa, and the region in Africa can tell you, will give you your statistics. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. This is what we are talking about, artificial intelligence is going to work. You know, and I just want to thank the CEO, thank everybody, Dr. Susan, thank Dr. Soha. Then look at who the CEO hired again. A strategist, Dr. Tara. Dr. Tara, a strategist. And he vowed and he swore in front of us that he's going to deliver. He is going to deliver. This is mind-blowing. ONPASSIVE now we can see how big our company is. It is our company, it's your company, it's my company, all of us are our company. So we have to protect the company. That is why we are now the brand ambassador of ONPASSIVE. How big can that be? Nobody comes to ONPASSIVE without passing through us. How beautiful can that be? We are the founders. Even you come with $1 trillion, you cannot be a founder. How beautiful can that be? How beautiful can that be? We also have a product called Oh Joy. Oh Joy. Our grandkids, our great-grandkids will use it. This is what is going to like, because a lot of parents, they do have problems with their kids. And look at how it's Oh Joy is being from this age to this age, from 12 to 18. So you know you can work with your kids from this direction to this direction, and it's about entertainment and education. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. ONPASSIVE is now a different level. I don't see who will not come to ONPASSIVE. The CEO says something on Friday Night Live. I'm discussing it with Bob and Collins. I know people did not get it. I know some people, when I make a compliment, I gave a compliment to the CEO about our data center. Listen to what he said. We have superseded our capacity, and we've extended our cloud region, and we are going to rent a backup. Can you people think about that statement? What he meant is that the 1 billion capacity on our data center that we got, we have superseded. Maybe people did not get it. I've been saying this since that Friday night with Collins and Bob. Since that Friday night, but people didn't get it. People didn't get it, but I want to say it here. He said it was. Look, man, I'm so fired up that I don't really want to talk. Uncle Bob, take it from there, brother.
Wow, wonderful, Oliver. That was a good job, man. Good job, brother. Let me see if I can catch some of your thunder. Hello, founders. This is your brother Bob from Bel Air, Maryland. It's a beautiful day here. Good to see everyone. So just following up from what Oliver is saying, I woke up this morning. Let me tell you what I woke up to this morning. I woke up this morning. I went to the gym. I was working out, having a good day, playing my music in my ear. And then one of our fellow founders called me. And he was so excited. He's here in North America. We are in this, he's in Maryland. No, he's in he's in North Carolina. He's here in the US. I was very excited. You guys know what he told me? He said, brother, I'm sitting right here in front of my TV. I have Beansport on, and I just saw a commercial on Beansport, and I saw ONPASSIVE there. Can we all clap for that? So the promos that we'll be talking about is already going on. It's here in North. I'm speaking to you guys from Bel Air, Maryland, in the United States. A friend of mine, a brother of mine, who is also an OnPassive founder, called me earlier this morning to let me know that he has also seen that promo and he saw OnPassive logo there. So thank you, Mr. Ash. Thank you to our communications team, Dr. Soha and Professor Akalini. They have already started delivering. So now,
I'm sorry, I had to mute because somebody hit
Okay.
the unmute all button again. So everybody's starting to unmute. So let's start again with a mute all. Can host and co-host be aware not to click the unmute all button? It really causes a lot of disruption. So go ahead, Bob, you can unmute yourself.
thank you, Auntie Lynn. That's fine, no problem. So that's how my morning started. That's how I've been. So I'm catching this fire from Oliver, and I'm going to tell you guys, game on. Our founder, Mr. Ash Mufara, has been telling us all this while that he is getting towards the point where he is going to flex his muscles. We are very close to that point, and I want to repeat it here again that we are at that point where our founder, Mr. Ash Mufara, is only dealing with experts, and we've seen the experts coming. Professor Susan Akalini, Dr. Soha. Dr. Soha is my hero. I saw her on Thursday. I love the woman. And you can feel her energy. You can see how passionate she is with OnPassive, and you can tell that she's very knowledgeable. She knows what she's going to do. She knows what she's going to deliver to us. And we're already started. We have seen the results already. And then, of course, like Oliver mentioned, Dr. Tarek, the strategist, the global business strategist, the man who has never failed. He makes his predictions, he directs companies all around the world, and they succeed. If you look at his record, he has success driven all over him. And our founder came and just explained to us that he has specific goals and things that he's going to do for us, and he's going to deliver. But like Oliver said, he put up his hand and pledged to all of us. I'm from Cameroon in Africa. Cameroon is a country with about a 30% Muslim population. I've lived with people of that faith. When a Muslim man or woman puts their hand up and swear to you, they mean it from every fiber of their being. So what Dr. Tarek has said to us, the promise he has promised us, rest assured, you can take it to the bank, guys. Take it to the bank and put it in your account. It's going to deliver. So these are the experts that we're talking about. These are the people that are going to guide us, guide Mr. Ash. These are the people that Ash Mufara, as you could tell, sometimes when Mr. Ash is trying to speak, Dr. Soha will interject and stop him. You know, that is where we are. We are at a point where now it's ahead. We're moving forward, full steam ahead. There's no turning back, and they are getting us to where we need to get to. Our products are superior. We saw them. No need going behind. We've said this all along. OnPassive products are what? They're sophisticated, they're superior, they're secure. And we are seeing the expert team, the knowledgeable team, our team, the guys and girls who are working on our products in Hyderabad. They constantly strive for excellence. They're showing us their worth every day. When they come out, you see what they deliver to us. There's no match in our industry. We are in there right now. We use some of these kinds of products. Ash Mufara and our team, they are just revolutionizing everything, or everything that they're giving us, from the O-Tracker to O-Trim to O-Net, everything that we've seen, it's new. And it's very, very, very soothing to see and know what they're coming. I was listening to the news yesterday. Mr. Musk has bought Twitter for 44 billion. He's firing people left, right, and center, trying to consolidate his power and everything. He's already begun charging some people for services and stuff like that. OnPassive is coming. We are coming. When Oliver talks of timing, this is the gap that we are seeing. We're going to come in and we'll fill that space. All the unhappy customers are going to swing hard left to OnPassive. Even Facebook has lost a lot of customers in the past few months. So OnPassive is coming at that right time where they will come home, a place where there's no anonymity, a place where we deal with real people, real customers, real people. You cannot fake it. You cannot fake it in OnPassive. So that's the difference that OnPassive is bringing to us. And then Oliver also gave us a hint of what Mr. Mufara said at Friday Night Live. that we have already exceeded our capacity. Remember, we have our first primary data center that we have. The capacity was 1 billion. So what does that tell us in simple terms? 1 billion capacity. So do we think about our customers? Remember that we have specialists. Mr. Ashby Farah hired 8 data scientists the other day. You know, these are data specialists. They are looking at the numbers. They are seeing the numbers. They are running statistics. They are looking at the projections. They are doing their data mining analytics, and they are seeing numbers, incredible numbers. So when Mr. Mufara is telling us that we have exceeded our capacity, it is from these experts that he's listening to and looking at those numbers. Remember, a month and a half ago or so, Mr. Ron from Singapore was here in Canada. He came here and Mr. Mufara, they met. I wish I could be a fly on the wall to listen to what that conversation was. But numbers, because immediately after that, if you remember, Mr. Mufara came and said we are extending more regions. More regions were added in our infrastructure. So there are big things happening when Mufara says that we are extending our cloud environment. We are adding additional space for backup and all that. Something incredible is about to happen, and he's just getting us ready. He's getting prepared so that when that avalanche cracks, as it's coming, we can absorb it. That is just all what that means. And then, of course, Brother Redfern told us in his video. I think that video, Oliver, that video, I listened to it to the end. I think it was since last year. They just reshared it just to emphasize that OnPassive is not an MLM, please. It has never been, that is not the idea. That's not the concept. It's an IT company with real products, real people behind it. Multiple products, you know. So, and of course, our founding position has ended. Every single one of us, we are the privileged few. We are those who actually listened and have the vision of Ash Mufara. We are those whose natural predisposition, every single one who is a founder, every single one. There's something good in each and every one of us here. We have the vision. Ash Mufara attracted us. We are those that were attracted by Ash Mufara because we share the same vision as he does. And he knows that we are going to come and we're going to carry his vision. His dream for the world is to go out and help, do good, you know. So I'm very, 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 very grateful, very, 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 very happy to be here, to be a founder at this time. And now that the position is ended, even if you come in with $1 billion, you can't get in. Back to you, Sister Jocelyn. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Brother Collins and Brother Vincent, I will let you rest because I'm looking at Sister Comfort. She's writing down a lot. She got a lot of notes. So I'm not even going to waste your time. I will leave it to her to handle you guys later.
Can I announce something before, not about what they're saying? I just want to make a comment.
Okay.
Because I just received a message now, and I said I'll do it after Bob. Someone wrote me from Africa, Cameroon, and they received a message, very, very disturbing, that some of our product has been launched. So, and the guy is really what is a founder, he wrote this message now to me whilst we are here. So I just want to announce it and to say nothing has been launched. The guy, I said, send me where you got it. They send it to me and I'll send it to Madi. I think this person is a founder. The person have just taken a gun and shoot his own foot. Because you put a whole proprietary information. You remember when they launched old stuff? That was just like the launching of the product. It was like, you know, the below market value product when they were showing all our product and what is in back office. You make a video of it, put it on your YouTube channel saying all stuff has been launched. If you have made that, if you are watching on YouTube, please take it down because they have not launched any product. And again, you've put a proprietary things. We have been warned time and again. Those who are in Africa, if you listen to me, take it down and just remember nothing has been launched. I will send it to Matthew Digamo because he's here and that person, maybe that person will be kicked out of OnPassive. I'm really sorry. Thank you, Sister Jocelyn.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. A word to a wise, they said, is enough. So you heard what our brother said. Act accordingly. Well, thank you, my brothers. I must confess, I've been fired up since I joined OnPassive. Every day is a new thing to me with OnPassive. But I might confess the last 2 webinars we have with our CEO, I don't know how to describe it. I think I'm going insane because I've been talking to myself. I've been doing a lot of weird things at work, and people look at me and they don't know what is going on with me. So if you are founder and you're in this house and you are still not fired up, my friend, you need to go and have yourself check out. There must be something wrong with you, because I'm so fired up. And I'm sure all the founders in the house are fired up as well. So we call on Brother Andy to fire it up more. Come on, brother, over to you.
Hi, guys. Okay, so who amongst you has added 500 more names to your friends on Facebook? Come on, hands up. Has anyone done it? Excellent. So there are a couple of you that actually listen. Gifty, why are you hiding? Okay, so who has put on their list every single shop that they visited this week? Every single person that they've... Oh, I know, you're so good, Marcienne. Every single person they've spoke to, are they on your list? If not, why not? Okay, we've got an opportunity here and we are so close to launching. We're going to need as many people as you can possibly get to talk to. So whoever's on your list will be your preparation. So shops, how many shops have you been in this week? Why haven't you made a note of the shops, or even a note of the people in the shops? I've passed cards out to some of the guys that work in the news agents. You know, are you happy with what you do here? I think this is great because you're really good with customers. I've got something and I know you're going to be good with our customers too. It might be of interest. Take this, give me a call in a couple of weeks' time, or better still, have a look at the website and then come back to me. Okay, hand out little cards. People that impress you in a restaurant, if the service is impeccable. Look, you've been really good to us. I want to be good to you. Can I give you something to take a look at? If you'd like to know some more information, come back to me. It's simple, it's easy, but you can add to your lists with this. Okay, so how many people in here have added at least 100 people to their LinkedIn? You're hiding again, Gifty. Okay. All right, again, you've got an opportunity. For those that don't have a LinkedIn account, set one up. It's dead easy. You don't have to pay anything. And you simply add the people that you know or people that you want to know. You start following people on LinkedIn. Same with Instagram, same with TikTok, and all the other social media platforms that no one else likes either, because we're going to have our own. But when we do have our own, we can move them all across. Can't we, Gifty? Yes, good. Right. So you have an idea for next week. So this week, I want lists of shops, lists of people you talk to. Add 500 more people that are not part of OnPassive. Please don't add people that are part of OnPassive to your friends' Facebook list. Doesn't make sense because they're already in. You want people that aren't. Okay, back to you, Jocelyn. Hope that helps.
Really helps, really helps. Poor Gifty, you're on his list. I just pity you. Thank you, Brother Andy. Thank you. Now I'm more fired up. Brother Red will be here in the next 10 minutes. So I will hand over to Sister Comfort. Your partner in crime is not here. She will join you soon. Yeah, but we are all here to help. So over to you, Sister Comfort.
All right. Thank you so much, sis. Hello. Thank you, Welcome again, family. This is Comfort all the way from the United Kingdom, but not very near where Andy lives. So Andy, for your information, I did something to impress you, and you actually intended you actually did not ask about that, so that you make sure that Comfort's name not be put out there that she did something. I created an email list, and I've been adding hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, all of the spams. I have them, a long list like this, like from here to the other town down there. That long. Yes.
Excellent.
So,
well done, Comfort. Take
thank
note,
you.
everyone else.
Yes, I'm doing a good job
Comfort
on that.
gets a good gold star. Gifty might get one next week if she does something.
All right. Thank you once again, family. Of course, it's getting more than exciting. What I have these days, like somebody said last week, is more of shock and not just excitement, because Ash is just a wow. So we all know what we saw. I just want to point on one thing too, which he said, which I found really interesting. I don't know if somebody took note of that or it meant anything to anybody. He said, "You are not my friend." And what came after that? If you are not humanitarian, if you don't care about suffering people, if you don't help one another and stuff like that, how much have you been helping? How much are you planning to help? What are your plans? What are you doing to become Mr. Ash Mufare's friend? Don't be a founder and not be Ash's friend. Then you are missing it all. Then you're on the wrong track. I think we can do it. So apart from that too, if I heard well, leaders help correct me, in response or in addition to what Colin said, I think Dr. Soha, or at least the team, made us understand, if not directly, OnPassive is not selling any products. There is nothing out there. OnPassive is not giving, like, paying money to somebody in exchange for anything. Nobody is collecting money from OnPassive, because people are asking these questions as well. Are we getting money yet? Are we this? Are we this? Nothing, nothing, nothing. So people should go to the right sources for the correct information. Don't just pass anyone on the street. Hear somebody tell you something. You know, people express their wishes by announcing stuff that they have no clue about. So it's our position to be careful, go for information to the right source, and of course, let's all be ready to help. So that said, I think everybody is excited. Everybody has a thing to say, especially except that you were not there last Thursday and you did not visit the back office. So we'll continue with the open mic stuff like last week. If you are excited about anything, from Thursday till today, if you have a question, you raise your hand, or if you have a contribution to make, an observation, how you feel about where we are and what is happening, please raise your hand. Can we do that, please? So I want to see as many hands up as we can. So when you raise your hand, just go straight to the point, just say hi, and then you say what you want to say, so that we give as many people as we can, we'll give them a chance to speak. So if you love Mr. Ash Mufare, you love the tech team in India, Dubai, and so on, type either on YouTube, type on the chat section here. We would be happy to read that. But when you raise your hand, please go straight to the point. So no hand seems to be.
Just to let you know that Red just entered the house. He's in the house
Oh,
now.
perfect. All right. So on this note, we would like to hand over to Red first, so that after his, I think he's just coming to actually add the flames to what we're already in, to fire us up even more. So if you are here, then Brother Red, you are very welcome. And of course, the mic is yours right now. I can't see you yet, but I know that you're somewhere hiding at the corner.
Sorry, I was just sorting out the background, actually. So I've been helping out on a Christmas fair at the moment. So that's where I've been over the weekend, and that's why I was a little bit late today. But good to be here on Heroes again. Nice to see everyone who's here on the panel. Right then. Let's see where we are then. Obviously, I do a bit of a recap for you guys on the Heroes, and what a week it has been. You know, we've been saying for a long time now that things are going to hot up and things are going to really start moving fast. And this week has been exceptionally quick compared to others. I can assure you, if you haven't seen it yourself, there has been plenty going on along
in the background as well, all over the place. It's moving at breakneck speed at the moment, and it really is hang on to your hats kind of time. So let's go back to Monday of this week or last week, whichever way you want to look at it. And we were just had the weekend to process what we saw from Ash's meeting last Thursday, which was the introduction, if you remember, to the oOh!media team. Wow, that completely blew me away. Monday comes back round again, and here we are with the new website. Again, different colors, different feels, and it really is fantastic to see all that as well. That was on Monday. And I think there was, what was happening on Monday? No, we had Monday Fun Day with myself and Jane, and Chris came on as well, and we gave you some updates. Tuesday, we got notification that there was going to be another webinar on Thursday, a corporate one at 12 o'clock. This was to coincide with, obviously, Hyderabad and India coming in. And we were pretty excited about this, especially after what Ash had told us the week before. He was going to go over stuff that we didn't get time to go over on last Thursday. So that started getting everyone pretty excited, I can assure you. Wednesday, new website once again, 360. Tuesday night as well, we had, I think, the OTech Pros guys as well. And you know, there's a lot going on at the moment. We then started getting ready for Thursday morning for the corporate webinar. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've been saying it for at least 3 weeks now, and this is probably week 4 that I've felt a shift in direction as far as the company is concerned, especially with introducing oOh!media and a lot of the rhetoric of what we're talking about. The company now are making sure that the corporate image is the right image to go forward for the World Cup and subsequent marketing campaigns that are coming up. You know, we are getting to that point now where we are opening the doors. Thousands, if not millions of people are going to know us. They're going to want to come searching for us, and we have to be right. That means we have to have the right persona, have a serious business, and this goes across everywhere. This goes from how we look, how we behave, what we're saying, the videos that we're showing, the marketing campaigns, all of these things put together. We need to give the right image. Now, I said a few words about various people not using the right terminology, and also Dr. Sahar, who came on as well. She basically said exactly the same as I do. And one of the most interesting points that I picked up on what Dr. Sahar said was that she's been in business for 25 years now, working all over the place for companies in the role that she's doing for us in OnPassive. And she is quite versed and used to fighting fires externally, you know, from competition, from people, negative, you know, all the sort of normal stuff that a company get from external people. But she said OnPassive's the first place that she's come to where she's fighting fires internally from the foundership. And she said she was finding it very hard to understand why people were doing this. And I absolutely concur with what she has said. And on the back of that, and I've been saying it since Thursday, we as founders who are serious about our business and what we are here for as founders need to take some sort of responsibility. And what I mean by that is not ourselves per se saying the right words, which I'm sure we all do, but obviously steering clear of the terminologies that I had mentioned, and these are written up the back office in underneath updates by Peter Sarer, Janet Butler, Daryl Cook and Dan Street. Obviously be mindful of what you're saying, but more importantly, if you hear or see on social media, or whether it's videos or whether it's Facebook, wherever it may be, of other founders using words or promises that don't go along with what we are trying to achieve with OnPassive, report them. Plain and simple. None of this, you know, they're a friend of mine, you know, or whatever it is. It is damaging at the end of the day to our business. Now, all of us here have our own individual businesses within OnPassive. Now, we should protect that. It makes sense that we have a business here that we can utilize to the benefit of ourselves, our family, and the greater good around us. But we can only do that if the company has the right name and the right name, and it hasn't got this aura around it that some of these people are saying. So do the right things, guys. If you see or hear anything, either report it to a sponsor, report it to legal at onpassive.com, or report it to the leadership council members, and then we will escalate it as well. Also, we heard from a new guy, a guy called Dr. Taruk. He was a bit intelligent, wasn't he? 3 MBAs, written 17 books, worked in 56 countries, governments, royalty. I mean, come on, you know, talk about, you know, this guy has got accolades coming out of of everywhere possible. But what a guy, he's a strategist. And there's people who might think, well, why do we need a strategist within OnPassive? Because he's the guy that will predict trends. He's the guy that will say when things are going out of fashion or new things are coming into fashion before they actually happen. This is very important in business, any business. Doesn't really matter what your strategist or strategy is in business. But one thing's for sure is you have to be ahead of the curve. Now, that curve could be the curve going up, but also it's as important to be ahead of a curve that's going down. But the main importance here is to be ahead of that curve, whether it's up or whether it's down, so that you can scale or change direction so that you can do something about it. Once you hit that curve without knowing whether it's going up or whether it's going down, then you're not going to benefit from either of those scenarios. So this is where the strategists come in. And as Ash had said, he is pretty much on the money all the time with what he has forecast in the past. And it's great to have a guy of that caliber on board. We also heard from Dr. Sarah. She's the head of the oOh!media department. I am, by the way, on purpose leaving out their surnames. This is to protect them on social media. She then gave us more information about OnJoy. This is at the moment scheduled to come out second quarter of next year. So second quarter, that makes it around about 6 months in, June, July-ish. But obviously, that's the game plan. Obviously, things can change and do change. It's in 3 stages. OnJoy, it is for new mothers, mothers with kids, teenagers, single parents, all sorts. But the main importance of OnJoy is a safe place for your kids and mothers to go. It is going to be educational. It's going to have entertainment, okay, for the mother and for the kid to go. And it's going to teach them values at the end of the day. It's going to teach them nutrition and all the rest of it. The age groups within it are going to be birth to 5, 6 to 12, and 13 to 18. Now, I was thinking about this. Remember, if you go back a few webinars, Ash said one of the products that we will be having is Oh My Life. Remember that one? Remember what Oh My Life is? It's a documentary where you can document your life and it reminds you. Imagine having that working alongside OnJoy, where you're documenting from birth all the way through with OnJoy and Oh My Life, the journey of yourself and your children together. You know, that's going to make some really good reading down the line, isn't it? And that's a fantastic thing. And this is the beauty about OnPassive, obviously, is that all products and services within the ecosystem can work alongside each other. They all interlink. The languages then, they're going to start with Arabic, English, Hindi, and French, and there's also going to be more to follow. And I'd imagine it will be the mainstay. Spanish probably is going to be in there, and then obviously we'll probably have I don't know, other languages, whatever they may be, going in there. It's a one-of-a-kind platform using all sorts: nutrition, psychology experts, doctors, childcare consultants, even down to how to change nappies and breastfeeding, babies' nutrition, lots and lots. And this is really good as well to move forward, because it's not just for younger kids. Now, Ash also told the story that when On Joy's name was first bandied around, if you're talking about kids, then the natural progression would be say, oh, kids. But kids don't like being called kids, do they? You know, many of us here have got children, and when you call them a kid, the first thing out of their mouth is saying, I'm not a kid. Do you know what I mean? So it's a really good thing to call it something else, but it focuses on teenagers and all the way down below it as well. So it's going to change throughout the 3 age groups. Obviously, for the teenagers, this is going to be a lot more interactive with videos and games, etc., to keep their interest with what is going on. She also said, Dr. Sarah, that the O Media department will be looking after women as well. Okay, so they really are having their hands pretty full, not only with the media department and all the rest of it, but also with On Joy and O Women. We then moved over to Hyderabad, where they shared the new OBS as well, the On Passive Business Solution back office, which is our new website in other words. And they shared us a couple of the things that we didn't see last week, namely OTracker. They gave us a complete breakdown on what OTracker can do with the analytics, even got a VPN blocker on it, lots of other bits and pieces. If you want to know all about that, then you can read up on it within the notes. He talked about the OChat bot that follows you on every single page. That comes up with the questions relating to that page, and if the bot can't answer the questions, then it will automatically go to a live person talking to you. We then had a presentation on OConnect. Now, I'm not going to go over it on here because there was just too much to it. Really, really was too much to it. But it's safe to say, guys, that everything's on the one screen. You can navigate it easy. It is child's play. O Media are going to do a working video for navigation, how it all works for us. So there's no worries about how you are going to access it and how you are going to work. I actually got quite a funny text off someone saying, well, it's all very well and good showing us OConnect, but we didn't see it working. Well, you can't have Zoom working and OConnect working at the same time on one computer, because you can only have one multimedia working at a time. You've only got one camera, you know. So we were shown as much as we could possibly see without the actual screen being on, because we were on Zoom and we couldn't do. But it is safe to say, guys, that we will be using it very shortly. It looked pretty finished to me, you know, and I'm very, very excited with a lot of the features on that. And if you should be as well. I think anybody as a customer who looks at OConnect for the very first time, they are going to be wowed. I mean, they are going to look at this and go, oh my word, it does all this on one page, and they are going to naturally progress over to it. You know, I don't think there's anything that's going to stop people for staying with the media centers that they are using at the moment. He then talked a little bit about OPlay. He showed us some screenshots of it and how what it's going to look like. The two parts to it were the fantasy and trivia. Now, someone was asking me, well, how's the trivia going to work to do with live and real games? Now, don't quote me on it, but it is my understanding that if you watch any game now, doesn't matter what game you have now, you know, the guys in the commentary boxes, they've always got one guy who's giving out all the stats, you know, how many yards, how many passes, You know, how many times some guy touched the ball or kicked it or headed it, or how many shots on goal, you know, all these types of stats, they're there all the time. It's my understanding that the in-game real-time trivia is going to be along these types of questions. So you'll be at home with your mates watching whatever game it may be, and up will pop a question. How many yards has Ronaldo run so far in this game? You know, and it might give you a few, one of three to answer, and it will go like that throughout the whole game. And obviously, the more you get right, the higher up the leaderboard you get, and blah, 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 and you're playing against other people, and that's the kind of thing that's going to work. And on the fantasy sports part of that, fantasy football, for instance, is where you pick teams and you get points, and it goes over a season and all that sort of stuff. So if you saw the visuals of it, very appealing to the eye, easy, different from what you're normally used to. And that's what they're going to launch with to start with. What else was said on that? There was quite a lot of other bits and pieces I said, obviously with Dr. Tarak. And then we had Dr. Sahar. She came on and she gave us information about the EKYC. Also, how we're going to get details on bonuses and commissions. If you missed that part, they're going to be part of the NDA within the products that we are signing to use. Okay, so there's no point asking any of us what are the rates going to be. They're going to be different for every product, but you will know when you open up that product. You have to sign the user agreement of it, like we have done already. And within that user agreement, all of the details of bonuses, commissions, etc. for that one product will be given to you at that time. Remember, guys, that is confidential information that you are signing. So don't go out blabbing about it all over social media. Obviously, if you've got loved ones, friends, families, yeah, of course you can talk about it. It's not a problem. But certainly you can't go sticking it on social media. That is for sure. So he then moved on to the FIFA World Cup, how that's going to pan out. It's going to be in 3 parts. As we well know, Ash has already seen the videos for this and he loved them. They might tweak bits for it and put different languages to it, but it's going to be in 3 stages. And I think it goes over 30 days anyway, the World Cup. So it'll be a 10-day, 10-day and 10-day or thereabouts anyway. And so the first 10 days is going to be all about brand awareness, about what OnPassive is, what we're trying to achieve through the OnPassive platform, humanity, all that type of thing. That's going to be to get the name of OnPassive in front of people. The second middle part of the campaign is all about the free products. Now, some people have said to me, well, how's that going to benefit me? If it's a free product, I'm not going to make any money off it. You're absolutely right. You're not. You can't make anything if you're not paying for anything, because there's no commissions attached to it. But what you can do is you can share, and I am going to be sharing the free products until I am hoarse. I tell you what, because it gets people into your organization. Everyone loves a freebie, and you don't even have to tell them what it is. All you have to say is terminology like, hi guys, I have your email here. I'm now using this new spam-free, digitally enhanced mail system, whatever it may be. Come and have a look. Put your link in. Okay, that's all you have to say. But make sure if when you do this, by the way, for Omail, that you do it externally of a Omail. Don't do it within Omail. So don't import all of your address book into Omail and send it from Omail. Send this particular one from your existing mail server. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because as soon as somebody clicks on your link and then comes into Omail, They go automatically into your address book, but you know that they are then part of your organization because they have clicked on that link. They are part of what you are in OnPassive. If you bring them all across, then you're going to have a lot of people within your address book who aren't actually part of OnPassive. Okay, and that means you will know they're not part of OnPassive, and it means you'll be able to then work on them separately from OnPassive because they're not part of your organization. So I just thought I'd point that out. So I'm going to be using that. And then obviously the third part of the campaign is all about the paid products. Okay, we certainly know that we've got 2 at the moment. There may be more, I don't know, but we certainly know we're going to have 2. And that is OConnect and OTracker. We certainly know at this stage that those are going to be definitely the 2 paid products that we will have. There might be more by then, we certainly don't know. So I'll leave the part of Thursday to that. If you want any more details, you can go into the back office, obviously, to get all of it. We then went into Friday. Obviously, we did the recap, myself, Marty, and Chris. And then we had at 1 p.m, we had a webinar for people to come on to say how they felt about the webinar, what the good things, you know, what inspired them, what wowed them, what they really liked. And then we had the part 2 on Friday Night Live. And it went on a bit, didn't it? Ash came onto that, and I mean, I was really glad I'm in the UK because I can never make Friday Night Live anyway, because it starts at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I got up in the morning because I was working at 7, so I got up at 6, just gone 6, and it was still on. I was like, whoa, I'm glad I didn't start going on that. But I haven't watched it because I haven't had time over the weekend. But everyone I've spoken to said that there is some absolute gems of information within it that Ash Mufareh shared. Now, why did he stay there for such a long time? Because he likes socializing, guys, with the foundership. He likes to understand who he's working with. He likes to gauge, you know, the feel of the people. And this is why he comes every now and then, not very often, but every now and then, and he'll sit down and talk to us. It's where he hangs out. It's where he relaxes, you know, because he genuinely likes being with the founders. He can't do this with his employees. He can't do it, you know, with the guys in Hyderabad or in Dubai. He certainly hasn't got that friends around him at the moment where he lives, because he's spending all of his time on OnPassive. So he's naturally drawn to the foundership as a place to come along, chill, relax, throw ideas around, brainstorm. And this is, if you remember back to some of the videos that we used to do, or the webinars that we used to do for founders, remember, one of the things we used to say, I certainly did, was we are beta testers. We give feedback to the company on ideas and all the rest of it. This is exactly what I'm talking about here, is the foundership giving ideas back to Ash, you know, and bouncing it around. So it was great to see him on there. And then Saturday, what happened Saturday? That was yesterday. I missed a lot of Saturday because I was working, and here we are today. Anyway, that's it from me for today on this. I hope that's brought you up to date with a whole week in OnPassive. And like I said, lots happen. You know, it does. A lot happens. I'm expecting a big week this week coming up. You know, times are ticking. Things need to be done. But remember, guys, don't try and presume what is going to happen. Okay? There's no point. Accept the process. It is all being done meticulously, on schedule, and for a reason. Okay, there is nothing left to chance of how this is all going to be panning out in the next 20 days or so. Okay, it is all done correctly. Don't worry about anything. You're not going to get left behind. You're not going to not know anything or anything like that. It is all going to be done for you. And if anything gets missed, us leaders here will certainly bring you up to date with what's going on. Anyway, that's it for me. Back to whoever it is. I have no idea.
Yes. Thank you.
Lovely
Thanks so much.
comfort.
Fred. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Really appreciate. You know, I don't know what others feel, but when immediately Red finishes, I feel like let's just close the meeting because everything is so you know, he says everything and says it gradually and correctly and so simplified that everybody gets everything. However, Red, I can assure you that there are some other people who take it at a very, very much lower pace. That is why I would rather still like you to go over a few things just to get someone as excited as you and myself and Auntie Lane and Listra, right? So just clarify to us again in very simple terms like you normally do, what is the job of the O-Media team? Many
Okay.
people have been asking that, so just go for it, please. Just let us know.
Exposure. Okay, their job is to expose on passive to the world, but they do it in a way that is controlled. They do it in a way that's professional, and they do it so that it gets the maximum publicity available to them with what they are doing. That's their job. Behind the scenes, there's another part to O-Media, and the other part to O-Media is that they will be subbing themselves out to businesses, individuals who want to run campaigns for their own companies and businesses. That's a sub-department of what they are doing. Also, they'll be looking after Academy. They're also going to be looking after On Joy, and they're also going to be looking after what was the other one? O-Women. Okay, so that what we saw with the heads of department will be a very small proportion of the whole of O-Media. I can foresee it in the future running into the hundreds of employees, if not thousands, because they are going to be taking a lot of the written and video stuff for us. So, for instance, the templates that get put out to us that we can use, that's probably going to be done by O-Media. Videos that we can share about on passive, that's going to be done by O-Media as well, and all of the training videos, you know. So, but the main purpose of O-Media is to expose on passive in a professional, business-like manner to the world. That's their main job at the moment. Okay, obviously, when we become the hunted, that's all going to change, but to begin with, that's it.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much, Red. So guys, if you're watching us, especially on YouTube, even here on the Zoom, if you are not yet a founder, then I want to assure you that you are at least a potential consumer client. And of course, maybe at some point you'll become a potential reseller. So for the sake of these people, Red, let's go back to this again. I crave your indulgence, guys. We need to hear this over and over again, and for the sake of our people who are just popping in to hear what we are all about. You know, we know that many products are queued up now for release anytime as soon as when they are ready. So some of them, the very first ones to go out being these free products. But what makes us so excited about something that's free? We're not making money from it. What do we benefit?
Because the person who comes into your organization through your link for this free product, they'll never leave you. Whether they're there free or not is immaterial, because this is when the magic starts to happen. This is when on passive start doing their job, you know, what we are paying them to do, which is to market us to these people. They will be sending them not only via emails, but also within their own back offices, offers. Have you had a look at this? What about this? You can have it for this and much. Have you tried this? All these type of things will be happening in the background that you won't even know about, that they're going to be doing. So getting that the hardest part about anything, and my dad used to say it in business, the hardest thing, you cannot make any money out of somebody unless they are through your door. And this is why the free versions is all about getting people through the door. Once they are through that door, then you stand a far better chance of that person then going on, whether it be this week, next week, a month, 10 months, years, whatever, down the line of buying one of the products or services of OnPassive. And it doesn't matter, because that person never leaves you. That person with that email that they've come into you will never leave you. So it doesn't really matter when they end up purchasing, you will still benefit from it. And this is going to happen the same with resellers as well down the line. But remember, we are not sure yet when that reseller position is going to be available to customers. This first part now is all about the founders. Okay, everything that's happening now is all about the founders. Okay, the transition from the OFounders back office through to the OBS. Okay, the free versions, activating the accounts, the paid versions, that's all about the founders. Obviously, whenever it's going to be, then we'll be moving on to customers and resellers and all the rest of it down the line. But this first stage, and remember, Ash has said it hundreds of times, you know, he wants to look after the founders. Okay, so let's not worry about that. But there's plenty of, the beauty about OnPassive is whether you're a founder or whether you're a customer or whether you're a reseller, there is something for everyone. Doesn't really matter. If you're a customer, you're getting something. You're getting a far superior product, a far superior product than you were using before, whether it be free or whether it be paid. If you're a reseller, you're part of a legal, legitimate company earning money the right way, the ethical way, the way that you should be earning money by then selling the products and services of OnPassive. And if you're a founder, then I really shouldn't have to tell you the benefits of the founder's position, because we've had enough time now to understand where we are. So it really has got something for everyone. And remember, all roads lead to Rome. Doesn't matter where you look. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you are on one of these things in some way, shape or form, or on a mobile phone, you have a reason to use one of our products. Simple as that. And we have got all bases covered. Back over to you, Comfort.
All right. Thank you so much, Red. That was just brilliant. So the OTech Pros, I seem to see just images, but I believe that when I call somebody's name, they'll finally or they definitely pop up. So Uncle Bob, if you are here, there's this little guy that when Ash is demonstrating this thing to the OBS or OConnect, you see him roving around I think it's that's OChat. For some reason, Uncle Bob, I'm calling you because I've had an interview with you which you discussed this. Can you tell us about this small man? You know, when Ash is demonstrating, you see him moving around. What does he do? Who is that guy? So for those who have not seen it yet, go to the back office, watch the video of last Thursday. You see the guy I'm talking about. So Brother Bob, go on, go now, please.
Yes, Sister Julie.
Comfort.
That's our own chatbot, our own chat assistant. It's a very, 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 very sophisticated utility or program. It is the way OnPassive have designed this product. There's nothing in the industry like it is. It is a conversational. It is a sophisticated conversational chatbot, as you see, and it has been developed to and integrated in all applications of OnPassive, you see. So when you, anywhere that you are in the system, that chatbot is there to work with you. And just the presentation, you know, just the fact that you are on that page and the chat is there, it's like you have a companion in the page, you know, in the regular websites and other pages, you see that so maybe something will just pop up or some writing, but you navigate from one page to another. You see like there's somebody there with you, you know, ready to guide you, to help you. Anything that you need at that point in that page, the chatbot is going to interact with you and try to make sure they navigate you, they guide you to what you need and how you can go. You just ask the chatbot your question, you know, it will respond to you. I don't. There's nothing like that. Well, we don't. There's nothing. I mean, right now, you know, it is just different and unique.
Right.
But the beauty, it is very as easy as you see as it is and as it looks. It is very, very difficult and sophisticated to put together what you see on that page.
Yeah. I know, you know, it's just interesting. But I was asking because many people would see and just think that, oh, maybe it's just animation or just to beautify the page, but no. That's an assistant, right?
It's a
If
virtual assistant. It's like, yeah,
No.
it's a virtual assistant that is there to help you.
All right.
So yeah, so OnPassive is designed to give the user a good experience. So when you land in any of our pages, you have a good experience. Even if you have issues, there's somebody right there to guide you, to help you, to assist you. And that's what the OChat does.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to hear from the leaders. I'll leave this open. So for the past couple of weeks now and about a month, we have been hearing, all right, Collins is here, thank you. We have been hearing a lot about OBS. Even just before Red dropped Mike, what he said was transition from O-Founders to OBS. What is this OBS? Collins, tell us. While Collins is speaking, please, if you have a question or a contribution to make, feel free to raise your hand or you raise your natural hand. If you can't put up the virtual hand, I'll be happy to call you to either make a contribution or to ask a question relevant to what we are discussing today. So Collins, tell us about OBS, please.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Comfort. Yes, so OBS is the OnPassive business solution. So yeah, I always call it the warehouse. It's like a back office. I always call it the warehouse, where it houses all our products, all the founders, you know, and customers come in. Because honestly, when you come in as a customer, what will happen if you log into whatever program? Because remember, Mr. Al said, there is many ways that lead to Rome. You can come in through the free products like OMail, ONet, or OTrim. But the moment you sign in onto any of those products, it will take you to the OBS. So OBS is massive. That is where all the integration take place. You know, the products upon products upon products, where we'll be having all of those products, be it free or paid. But the moment you come through one, then you can see everything within OBS, which is the OnPassive business solution. Maybe they will give it another name again, but for now it's OBS. So yeah, that's the nutshell of it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. So I would like to know, like, if I don't know, Red is off now. I'm not sure if he's around. And Andy, if you can contribute either both from the marketing or from the sales perspective, how does it benefit? You have been online. How do services like the chatbot that Bob talked about? How does it help in to progress your business or your online experience? I don't know, but
well, it's just from my point of view, as I've told you countless of times, I am not very technically minded. So it's, oh my God, what do I do here? How do I do that? Oh, let's ask. That's nice and easy. I can ask someone. I don't have to get on a phone. I don't have to leave the site. It's there. So it makes life easy. It's nice and simple, and the beauty of the fact that it follows you around. So if there's something you don't understand, you just ask. Absolutely perfect. That's the way I like it.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So I would really, for some reason I want Red to do this. Red, are you still there, please? I'm sorry. Before you finally leave, I know that. So it's Red around.
Red is here, but yeah, I think the camera is off. And
all right. Let me just ask. Yes, if I ask a question, I don't know why people are not putting up hands. If you don't want to ask a question, then raise your hand and ask and answer, add a contribution to the questions I am asking.
Can I ask something on the chatbot?
Yes, please go for it.
Also, what I want to do is I wanted to cover this free product business, because Red mentioned it earlier on, but the genius of this system is that every person that signs up and starts to use one of the free products, they'll see in the top left hand corner this little wallet, and they'll start to see coins falling into this wallet. And people get curious, right? How do I take that money out? If that's my money, how do I get it out? What do I have to do? So the system will show you what they have to do in order to take the cash out. And it'll say, by the way, you have to activate your account. Your activation cost will be X amount, and the rest of it you can take. And they go, okay, I'll activate. So they activate, they become a paying customer. So if you've got 5,000 customers that are all non-paying today, they will at some point become customers in the future, because they'll simply see money coming into the pot and want to take it out, or want to be able to take it out. And those that are shrewd enough will look at it and go, hold on a minute, I'm obviously getting these, and it's showing you how these coins are coming in. If I increase the number of people that so I share this with somebody else, they come in as well, that might boost the number of coins I've got. So all of a sudden, they start building a business as well. And we've got potentially today, with the products that we've got, over 5 billion customers. So you've got plenty to go at. All right.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. So, Brother Collins, you can add.
So I just wanted to share something about the chatbot, which is the virtual customer assistant or service. Yeah. So we know that's AI driven, and it perfects itself as we ask our questions to the chatbot. So for instance, as you said, when you drag your mouse, it takes you wherever you go. And if you stand for 2 minutes, I think 2 or how many minutes, the system will pop up and say, how can I help you? So the chatbot is already there to help you. So whatever you don't know, you can start to communicate with the chatbot and say, okay, I want this, how can I get my wallet? How can I, whatever you don't know. So for instance, you can ask questions and ask questions. Where the chatbot will get stuck, the chatbot will transfer you to a live customer, a live person to answer your questions. But remember, the questions you have asked and the chatbot cannot answer, those guys in Hyderabad will do what? They will find the answers and then, code it. So next time, if somebody asks that question, the chatbot will be able to answer that question. And that is how it perfects itself. They call it AI driven. They are there, all those data scientists, they are behind writing it, making sure they perfect it. All the questions we are asking, the chatbot, the guys down there, they are coding those questions, giving answers to those questions, ready. In case someone asks that same question, the chatbot will answer straight away. And it will take you right to the time you can pay and cash out. You think like you are really interacting with live person, but you are interacting with AI-driven machine, which is a virtual customer assistant. So I just want to put that out there.
All right. Thank you so much for that brilliant contribution, bro. So let's discuss this too, because Mr. Ash Mufare and the All Media team, Dr. Soha has got a powerful, commanding voice. I was just listening and it's going deep down in there. So they were really so strict. I don't know if it's the right word on the idea of us being the ambassadors, the brand ambassadors of a passive. We need to conduct ourselves well in public. What should we be doing or saying, and what should we not? I know it sounds kind of complicated, but let's discuss this, please, because it's important. People might be confused a bit. What do I say? What should I not say? How do I say what? So where do we go from here? Because things are getting more serious than we thought they would, and you don't just dare say anything as you feel they should. So, Auntie Lynn, do you want to say something, please?
So sorry, I was doing a task. Could you repeat that?
So I was talking about the idea of us being brand ambassadors of OnPassive. So these days, there's certain things that we make sure we conduct ourselves well in public, representing this company. So I'm just like, we just want to discuss this in a friendly manner. What are the kind of things we should be saying or not be saying, or what should we be doing or not be doing henceforth?
Yeah, I think the company is leaving it us to use our judgment on what to say and what not to say. But, you just keep this in mind. I mean, the company can't tell you exactly what to say and what not to say, right? But we can use our common sense and we can use our judgment. We don't want to be sharing proprietary information because then it's helping competition, right? Although we really don't have competition technically, but you know, you want to use your judgment on that. You want to behave in an ethical and professional manner, because what we do reflects on Passive, the company, as well as our CEO, Ash Mufareh. So in all cases, we want to remain professional, right? That's the kind of thing. I think if you're looking at the guidelines, you just think about what are the values that this company espouses, and what are they? Transparency, ethical behavior, honesty, understanding that the company is here not just to make money, no, but is here to uplift humanity through the founders of this company and the people who, you know, are making the money for the company, but they're going to be helping humanity. So if you think about those things, I think it makes it easier to know how to be a good brand ambassador without being told every little detail of what to say and what not to say. That's my opinion.
Perfect. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that response. So let's hear from our brother, George Lukakamwa, all the way from Uganda. Bro, you're welcome. I've just asked you to unmute.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, everyone from Uganda.
Welcome, bro.
Thank you very much, Comfort, for everything you are doing and every on-Passivian around here. Now, pertaining to the question that you've just asked us, one of the things that I was wowed by Ash is the team that he's corrected and surrounded himself with for the purpose of working for us founders and the humanity at large. Now, the quality of all those people like Dr. Soha, Tarek, and many others that I cannot mention, of course, you see, as founders, being led by such people, then the bar of how we should behave and on Passive is also high because of the people who are there. Now, one of the things that we should be doing is something that has been reiterated by Andy Bucks. If we have any social medias, probably it is high time we shined, or at least we share a lot of information or the little we know to all the people on our social contacts, social media. I think that would be the best thing. Now, coming here and praising, thanking, loving Ash when we are doing the opposite, for instance, it is really heartbreaking that this guy has really worked for us, but we still have some negative people who are working towards the downfall of on-Passive. I mean, it is really heartbreaking. Now, if you look at the guys who are really working for us, by the way, ever since I joined on-Passive, there's a group of people which has made me not to have sleepless nights. The OTEC Pro guys. Those three guys, whenever they talk, man, I get goose pimples. Now, as if that wasn't enough, Ash brings on the team from nowhere. I never knew that we could have such experienced people. So the bar is high for all of us founders. Thank you very much for giving me this time.
Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Brother George, so especially because he's calling all the way from home, and you know, he's well informed about our business and everything. So nobody has any excuse. If he's so plugged in and he's so knowledgeable about what we are doing, nobody should have any excuse to say, I can't, or this and stuff like that, because that is just the way to go. Thank you, bro, for coming and contributing powerfully. So let's hear from our sister, Marcienne Emma. I've just asked you to unmute, please.
Thank you so much, Auntie Comfort, and thanks to our brother George. I just want to add something of what he have just said. We are ambassador of our company, means we cannot repeat the word from other company that doesn't have value. Remember that we don't have to talk about this is my team. That doesn't look good for us. We are not team. We are not my downline. we are not my sponsor. Those are for people that those things that we will never do. We are on Passive, a unique company, a unique that came to the world to change the way that things go online and offline concerning digital or any other things. So that's one thing that we have to remember. Being an ambassador, it means that you are capable to say things directly the way that the company is asking you to do. That doesn't reflect. We are not copy and paste, just like other people that they used to do. We are not microwave. We don't put our foot in the microwave and warm it. It's something that we take time and we cook it and we give it to people. We don't do what they do. So that's why we are on Passive. We are ambassador and we are unique. I just wanted to tell my brother Josh that he did a great job, and that was wonderful for him being home and knowing about this. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort, for giving me the platform to speak.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thanks. That was a powerful contribution as well. That sounds like proudly on Passive. So thank you for that. Yeah. So I think some people think they will go, you'll not get away with it. Let me pick them. Miriam Weber, can you please unmute yourself and just say something, please? I'll just ask you to unmute, please. Oh, you're still muted, sis. I don't know what I'm doing. Auntie Lynn, can you help, please?
Sure.
I'll just ask you. Correct.
I just
Welcome.
think, hi, I just think that we have a lot to be grateful for and thankful. And this is just such a great opportunity. We're never going to get this again. So we can't ask for more. We really can't. So I think we need to be thankful and, you know, make sure we respect what's going on and not turn around and say something that's going to hurt everybody, because it's not just about me, it's about us, right? So our words don't affect one person, our words affect everybody. So let's be mindful.
Thank you so much, sis. Thanks. So Rob Gorman, the other day you said so many sweet things, and today you are off camera. Now I'm bringing you up. I don't know how to say what's the opposite of off camera. If you can make yourself available, please, and just make a comment, just say something. I want 1 or 2, 3 people to just comment on. We have not just something. How are you excited about the product you saw? Not going into detail, because everybody needs to go to the back office and see the things by themselves. Back home, we say you should use your eyes to celebrate your Christmas. So go back to the back office, use your eyes and celebrate the Christmas there. However, let's share just a tiny bit. We're gradually rounding up, but I want to hear, Rob, are you there, please? All right, he's not talking. Maybe he's not on seat. So I want to hear from one other person from home. I always like seeing them here. And so if there's an opportunity, why not hear from them, hear their own perspective? A powerful one came from Uganda. Let's hear from our brother, John Menke from Cameroon. Bro, I've just asked you to unmute.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. I'm happy the whole webinar has been awesome. I'm grateful for listening to all the great leaders and the presentations and the clarifications and all what it takes to becoming more and more into Passive. And I think that the job all of you are doing as leaders is something that will be rewarded by God. I don't think that human beings are going to pay you for what you're doing. And I must say that I've not been able to follow the webinar throughout because of breakages, and I can't really get into the theme of it, but I just need to appreciate you all for what you are doing. I know that even if I've not followed all, I know that all of what you are saying definitely is very useful as usual. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank all the leaders, and there was a great input there by Red as usual, all the other leaders, the tech guys and so on. I'm really very grateful listening to you guys, and thank you very much once more.
All right, thank you so much. We're just happy because when we launch, when we finally go public, things will never be the same again. You'll be connected and get every word that you need to hear. So thank you. So let's hear from.
I'm flattered.
Yeah, so let's hear from Claudette Saint-Charles.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, everyone.
Welcome, sis.
I'm sorry I cannot be in the camera right now because I was doing my hair and I'm not done yet and I'm about to go to church. So before I leave, I want to say a few words.
Yeah,
do you guys have a 1 minute speech today or I can go over a minute?
Just make it a 1 minute, 3 seconds, please.
Well, I won't have enough time to say what I have to say, but anyway, I say thank you to everyone in the panel today, and thank you for allowing me in. I appreciate it so much, and thank you to everybody, Mr. Hash and Down, Dr. Soha, and I love her so much. Mr. Land, thank you, and good afternoon. I am originally from Haiti. And I think all of you on the panel might heard what happened over there and how the country is right now. But actually, right now I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. But I never found any webinar with Haitian people. I don't know if there was one or not. And the message you guys trying to pass out about OnPassive, I would love to, my people, if there is something OnPassive, to know about it also. The word ambassador, not everybody might not know what the meaning of it. And we want for everybody to know that the meaning of it. It doesn't matter who you are, what country you're from, OnPassive speaks one language. We all need to stay in one spot, not spreading around bad words or anything about OnPassive because it's unique, it's loving, it's caring, it's sharing. And we've never seen anything like this before. And this is the first time we experience it. And let's all experience the same thing together so we can move forward with OnPassive. Mr. Hash does something nobody else will do. And that's why I compare OnPassive with the gospel. You know, the gospel speaks one language. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you are a born-again Christian, you have to speak that language. So no matter what, thank you so very much. And if there was anybody on the panel know where I can find Haitian community on OnPassive, please let me know, please. I don't know how to get back in touch with y'all.
All right. And Lynn, do you have any idea, please, if there's any Haitian community?
I think it was Armandine. You know, Armandine Jacqueline, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
can I have some information?
Claudette, do you have my WhatsApp number, Claudette? Because if you do, just message me and then
I don't have anybody's information on OnPassive. No one information.
Okay. Claudette, that's Lynn on the screen. Just send her a private message right now on Zoom. Send your number to her.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you and may God bless you all.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me in.
Okay. All right, so let's hear from my big brother, Bruce Gerstein, all the way from Florida, United States of America. Bro, you're welcome.
Hello, my dear Comfort. Why don't you let lovely Yvonne speak first? Because she's a lady and I'm a man and I should wait.
Oh, all right. All right. Thank you so much for being a gentleman, and I respect you very much for that. Sister Yvonne, are you there, please? You've been given the honor by a gentleman to speak first before he does. So I'm just asking.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm just going to be behind because I'm not looking good. And thank you so much, my brother Bruce. You are a real gentleman. And thank you, Comfort. And thank you to everyone here. You know, I'm talking on behalf of maintaining the ethical standards of OnPassive. You know, how we do anything is how we do everything. Our CEO has repeatedly told us that we need to hold ourselves accountable. Let us stop for a second, a minute, to ask ourselves, what I'm going to say or do, does it uphold the values, the mission, the vision, the principles, and the legal and ethical standards of OnPassive? You know, there will be no use of power, because I realize that some people, maybe it's overexcitement. they use their power to promise certain things to members, which will not come true. We need to maintain what our CEO is saying, and those that he has appointed and put in positions of authority, to give them that mandate to be able to say, this is this, and then we follow through with all of those things. And then we need to set aside personal interest, because what I've observed in certain ways, maybe they don't know what they're doing, but it is time we learn and correct ourselves. Let us not spread those kind of personal interest to others, because Mr. Mufara says no one is going to get left behind. We all have to move together, because we may not, individually, you may not be able to get to the mountaintop, but together we can get to the mountaintop where we will be able to create another mountaintop. So it's a lot of things, deleting people's names from a group that you call your group, which they say do not call. Nobody has any group here. We are all on passive ambassadors, and we are here to uplift one another. So thank you so much for that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks. We really appreciate it. So right now we can hear. So Brother Bruce, I'm calling you. I'm just asking you to unmute so that you can make your contribution. Welcome again.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you, Comfort, for all that you do. Even though we're not supposed to be thanking people, I want to thank everyone, because Red did an impeccable job of the update. And that was amazing. I don't know who that was. But, once you said, you asked the question of what does it mean? And I think what a lot of that means is about the mindset of the MLM, which has sponsors, uplines, downlines, and wants to get away from thinking that way. So having the terminology of brand ambassador sounds much better than that, and it's away from MLM, because MLM has a negative connotation, and in non-passive, we want to stay with the positive. So that being said, I must say that when you are an ambassador, as a person, as an ambassador to somebody, to some things, whatever it is, you represent. And how you represent them will reflect on the company. So you have to ask yourself, what is it I am representing here? And know in your heart what Ash says. He came here to help our lives and change our lives for better. And that's what a lot of our mission is. And so when we start thinking in those terms, we can think of not what we're going to make, but what we're going to give. And when we have that mindset, the word comes out much better. A lot of the things that I'm not Christian, I'm Jewish, it doesn't really matter, because the thing about Judaism is there's something we say to always let people into your house, always feed them, welcome the stranger. And everyone here has been a stranger to another, unless you already knew somebody who invited you here. So always welcome people in and let them know the good news of Unpassive. The good news of Unpassive is that it can uplift your life, and it can lift your life and your family and your country and your people and everyone that you care about. And that's the most important thing about it. I must say that I really think that when Ash introduced us to all media people and Dr. Soha, what he did was show us the missing link. It's kind of like he always talked about targeted marketing. We always knew about the technology and how AI would do that. But how was it going to be displayed out to the world beyond that? And what our media has done, it has given us a platform where what we still have to do is not get excited about what were we going to do.
Right.
But if we just take their suggestions, everything will turn out all right. So don't try to make things happen. Let things happen, and we'll find that things go much better. Because when you believe in something, you can achieve it as long as you keep believing in it and help the people around you do the same. So thank you very much, Comfort. I love you and I love everyone here. And
Thanks,
there's
Bob.
nothing
We
you can
all love
there's
you.
nothing you can do about that.
Thank you so much. I like the bit that we should not try to make things happen, but we should let things happen. That's just the way. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks. So let's hear again from our sister Miriam. Welcome back, sis.
There was a question in the Q&A that I wanted to go ahead and bring up because I accidentally deleted it. It was a person from Portugal, and I can't say their name because I can't pronounce it. But the question was, what happens when a person's email is connected to yours and you're registered, and then they change their email? What happens?
Well, we don't really answer email questions here, but Tim, what do you think about that?
Do you know what the person was talking about? In other words, they go into they get registered and they're under you, and so they're part of the backup. They're part of the OBS and all that. But then they end up changing their email address. This person's wondering, well, what happens if they change their email address?
So
are they still connected to you?
Yeah, I think when we get into OBS, a lot of things will change. A lot of information will give us guidance. Remember, most of us will be using Omail. Right. So that's one of the things the person needs to think, that everything will go, you have to create one time. They'll give us the guidance, but the corporate webinar display, those who never watched it, they've not watched the 2 last corporate webinars, let them go and watch it. They will know a lot of information is in that webinar. Mr. Ashmufara gave a lot of information on what will happen in the coming days or weeks ahead. So they shouldn't worry.
All right. Yes. Yeah, I think like he's saying, we sometimes really worry a lot. Meanwhile, all of these things are foreseeable and they're being taken care of by the team, by Mr. Ashmufara and his team. Whoever asked that question, there is actually no need to worry. A lot of things are taking place and the team knows it all. They know. We worry just a bit too much. That's what we would say for now. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, sis. Thank you for bringing that up too.
That's okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yes, Rob, thank you for coming. I was looking for you because I just wanted to hear you speak today. So the mic is yours right now.
All right, thanks a lot, Sister Comfort. I'm actually paying it forward, so if I'm talking a little bit slowly and quietly, I'm at a senior living memory care center, taking care of my former father-in-law. I'm doing what's called senior sitting, but I am inspired by today. I've been watching for most of the time. Gets a little noisy here, so sometimes I have to walk away from the computer. That's why I turned off my video. But today I've been thinking, after the last 3 whirlwind days, thanks to Ash and all the leaders around the world. Wow, wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Every day, Lenny and I think of a different either word or a different phrase that we want to talk about on Roblin Live. Some come from Ash, but quite frankly, and some come from leaders, but quite frankly, most come from us founders, we founders, all us founders, because there is so much knowledge, so much talent out here in the world. And tonight's topic, and Lenny will correct me if I'm wrong, I think we talked about anticipation being our topic. I may be changing that. I'll check with Sergeant Nakamoto and see if I can offer a suggestion. Maybe inspired will be the word of the day, inspired. And every day is getting more and more exciting. Every day is getting more and more filled with people stepping up, people that maybe some hadn't heard of their names. There's some pretty famous names coming out of the woodwork, or as Marty says, out of the diamond mill, and that's exciting. And quite frankly, I think it's probably exciting for Ash too, because as everyone knows, he sometimes has to walk through minefields in some of the things he's trying to get going. So Lynn told me I had a 1 to 2 minute time limit, so I probably better shush before the hammer comes down. So
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys, and we'll see everybody that can make it. I know midnight's a rough time around the world for some, but hope to see some of you folks at Roblin Live tonight. Thanks a lot.
Well, Rob, I equally just want to appreciate you for taking some time out to take care of a senior citizen. I respect you for that. So these people, all they need now is nothing but this love you are giving them. It's priceless. Thank you so much. Good job.
And the more I see of what goes on in these centers, the more I see they need as much help as they can get from OBLESS.
Right.
So I'm hoping that many of us will, through OBLESS, show some love towards our senior citizens. So
Right.
thanks a lot, and keep on keeping on what we're doing. It's working.
Yeah, it's working indeed, bro. Thank you so much. Thanks. All right. So let's hear from Brother Collins. So now you are up now. I think the question that our sister Miriam picked from the chat section, I don't know, maybe because these days we've been firing. Red's old video of last year came up about OnPassive not being an MLM platform. I don't know what you want to say. If you can address that, and maybe 1 or 2 more leaders to just make clarifications, because sometimes people ask this because they have the MLM mindset and stuff like that. So if we can make a clarification on that again, since it came up last Thursday, that OnPassive is not an MLM platform. I think this is going to be of help. So go, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Just wanted to make a remark before I'll answer that. You know, look at the cap they had Rob just 97. That's what we've been talking about. So there's a big symbolicity in Rob. Bob always say it. We discuss it. That's it OnPassive, and he went on straight to do it. You know,
one.
Yeah, we talk about brainstorm. We say we'll be coming out with T-shirts and hat, just to say this is what have brought us so far. $97 took us here. Where we are today is 97, and we said just 97. So that's the motto. I said, no, what? I'll be the first person to do it. So I know Marty Digamo hand is up. Maybe I'll give it for Marty Digamo to explain it rather than me taking it.
All right, thank you. It's just timely because I know that he popped up, but I was not sure. I tried to search in the cloud.
Yeah, so let me put my hand down. Marty will answer maybe much better than me.
All right, bro, welcome. Whatever you want to say, make it clear that OnPassive is not MLM. Thank you, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I can definitely make it clear. I have been in MLMs for 15 years. The worst thing I ever did. MLM, to keep an MLM running, you must recruit. If you stop bringing people in, the MLM company will die. In OnPassive, if we bring no one in to recruit, we will thrive and grow every day, every minute, every hour. MLM are dependent on how many people you bring in. It's absolutely, they can't live without it. If a so-called guru, I don't care how big his team is, stopped recruiting, slowly but surely he would lose everything he has, because most people can't recruit. That's why we're here. Most people don't know how to advertise. That's why we're here. Mr. Mufara was an expert marketer, expert. I believe he brought in 300 and some people in a week in GDI. Perfect at it, nobody better. But what did he find out? I can't bring anybody with me. That's MLM. He still is in GDI and he's never introduced it to us once. Why? Because he knows we don't have a chance. So MLM is a bad word. We have no associations with MLM. We don't walk like MLM. We don't smell like MLM. We will never be an MLM. It's a totally different animal completely. Now, people want to throw that label on us. You need to go somewhere else. We are not MLM. That is the biggest difference. You must recruit to survive. And in this company, I don't care if you don't bring anybody in, you will do very, very well. I hope that was clear.
That was very clear. I'm just giggling because I have a lot of stuff here on the chat. Somebody says MLM is me losing money. And then another one says MLM is making lives miserable. There's no better way of saying this, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. And the sad thing is people do it over and over and over and over, chasing that silver ball and saying, I'm going to make it this time. I'm going to make it this time. I'm going to make it. And all they have to do is stop, get into passive and relax, and your life will be changed forever.
All right.
$97. No, not now. Now you can be a reseller, or very soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's hear from Brother Bob.
Yes, I agree with Brother Madi. You know, remember our 3 fundamental questions that we ask ourselves before we join OnPassive? Do we have, remember that question that we were saying to everybody who came in? Do you have to recruit to make money on OnPassive? Like Brother Madi said, no, that's not the case here with OnPassive. So that just throws the MLM concept out of the door. Secondly, do you have to pay monthly from your pocket? Remember, every month, most of these MLM companies, when you come in, they have your credit card or your debit card on file. Every month, they just come in, whether you sell or you don't sell, whatever is happening, they grab the money and they go. With OnPassive, they don't even collect, they don't even have our credit card information. They don't even keep it, right? You know, yes, there's going to be some kind of a monthly payment system, but it comes out of your profit even before you get your money, the money that it gets into your wallet. So that takes away that aspect of us being worrying about money coming in every monthly from our account. And then the product is ours. Most of these MLM companies is a concept, it's an idea. They will take somebody else's product and they try to sell to make money out of it, or some concept or something like that. And then when the business of that company that is making the product crumbles, everything collapses. You know, so that OnPassive is not any of those. You know, we are a real company with a real business, real people making digital products, 21st century digital products that the whole world is going to, you know, crave for and we are giving it at prices that everybody can afford. But I just want to end with Just 97. Thank you, Mr. Rob, for bringing it up. You know, Collins, myself, Oliver will be talking about this Just 97 thing, but I bring it up because I want to give the real credit where it's due. Collins, we're talking about it. We want to remind everyone that this is a statement that was made by our own one and only Mr. Peter Rogers. I think Mr. Peter Rogers is in the house. Yes, he's the one who had made that statement at some point, and want to remind him that he kept ringing in our heads. And when we're having a conversation, I was saying, hey, Peter Rogers said, when he gets his nice house, he gets his cars, he gets everything in his new neighborhood or wherever he goes, and people ask him, so when I did all this crap from him, we just say Just 97. So that is the real history of Just 97. So let us give it.
I know, because I was there.
Let us give it up to Mr. Rogers. So you claim it, brother. Thank you.
Peter doesn't speak much, but he says a lot. So that's good. But Rob, you're making me really jealous. Feels like just dropping my address so that you either send me that one or get mine. So yeah. You're in trouble now. So let's hear from Collins, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Madi, I've just said it, but I'm coming back again because something just rang in my head. Why we're talking about OnPassive, not an MLM. I just want to go the other way. Why OnPassive is an IT company, not an MLM. MLM company doesn't have data center. Tell me one with data center. We can call the best data center in this world the company we're talking about, Amazon, AWS, Web Services. We're talking about Microsoft Azure, which is owned by Microsoft. This company owns data center, the biggest in the world, and OnPassive is coming in that class. So if you want to say OnPassive and MLM, it means you are saying Amazon, you're buying their marketplace and AWS, which is data center, they are all MLM. It means you are saying Microsoft is an MLM, you know, but these people, they also have founders. Remember, we forgot that AWS, we're talking about Amazon, also have found 250,000 founders, and then they shut the door. And we're talking about most of them are millionaires now as we speak. So will you tell me they are MLM company? No. But they resell products and services and people go and buy it and they go out and shout and say, wow, I've just made some money from Amazon. They are not MLM, they are IT company. We are talking about the biggest IT company coming, which is OnPassive, with all mail, all staff, all these products, a software development. Sometimes when I said IT, maybe we are underrating OnPassive. Sometimes when we said IT, because IT is broad, I want to say software development, global software development company. Once that thing ring in your head, it means this company is here to stay. They will build and build and build for hundreds or thousands of years, will die and go, and the company will still exist. That is it. So there is just no way you can just say OnPassive is this, because I said, Mr. Ashmufara can decide to give all our money, say, founders, go away, and you will become the world richest man. As easy as that. Look at Tesla. We're talking about the Tesla guy. The name is what? I always forget the name. It's rich. That's an IT company building, shooting rocket and satellite to space, you know, owned by one person, you know, Elon Musk. One person. Will you say it's an MLM? No. He decided to go on his own. He would have decided to bring founders, and people would still say, no, no, no. But they build it, build reps. So please, OnPassive is nothing like that. This is an IT company building software solution. And Mr. Ashmufara can decide to say, I'm going on my own, you go away. But I believe if Mr. Ashmufara say that, I'll beg Mr. Please just allow only Collins to stay, because I know what it will happen. So thank you, Comfort. It is nothing to do with that. So let us wipe that concept from our head.
Wow. I think, Collins, I appreciate you coming from that perspective, because that's what we're supposed to be saying anyway. We don't want to be promoting MLM by mentioning it. So we just told a few minutes to mention that now to make clarifications, but we keep on presenting ourselves as who we are and not who we are not. I think that's what Collins is talking about. Thank you, bro. Thanks. So let's hear from our brother, David Schwitzer.
Hi, everybody hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to.
Oh, you need to unmute again, please. Sorry. Yes.
Hear me now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I just want to follow up a little bit with Collins and Marty said now. You know, I was in marketing for a while. I was in it for over 2 years, and I did MLM. I've done it for quite a while. And I'll be honest, I lost a lot of money in it. You know, it's just the thing is that if you don't get the customers, you're not going to make no money. One thing is, what you got to remember, what he's saying, it's not an MLM, because you got to remember one thing, you got AI. AI is there for you all the time. And you're always going to have customers coming in, like what Marty said, regardless if you do anything or not. So just remember that and keep that at the back of your mind, that you have AI that's going to do all the work for you. So you don't have to worry about going for after customers and stuff like that, because, you know, I did that before, and that's no fun. It's a lot of work. If you don't get the customers, you don't get paid. With the AI, it's there. You're going to get paid all the time. And I hate to bring money up, but that's just how it is. You're going to get the customers coming in, you know. So I hope I made that clear a little bit. And one thing else too, I want to say that be patient with it. I think it's all going to work out. Be patient with it. We all have a lot of learning to do, and we all learned. And we're not all professionals here, but we're going to learn how to be professionals in the future. So we will make our mistakes a little bit once in a while. So be patient with all that. We will learn, and we will have videos once in a while that teach us what to say and what not to say, and just be professional what you do say. You know, it's your company, it's your business. So make sure you say things that is going to make your company look good. You know, don't be negative about your company. So just remember, be good, just be patient what you say, and be positive what you say, because it's your company. Okay, well, that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Wow, guys, I don't know how you feel being fired up just at the end of the meeting. So all I can say now is that we are fine, because my brother Oliver is the last person to speak tonight. Bro, come on.
Yeah, I just want to thank David. He took some points out of my mouth, and Bob, Collins, Marty, about the MLM. It pains my heart when I hear people want to associate OnPassive with multi-level marketing. Please, OnPassive is an AI IT company. Like Colin said, it's building software. We are being paid based on subscription. It's a subscription-based business. MLM is not. You have to bring cost people upon people before you make money. The day you stop, no more money coming in. It's based on subscription, and the company will continue because the company is doing everything for you. Even the last person that came in, is still going to make money because everything will be done for you. Everything is done for you. So please, we are building software, and you make your commission out of. It's a subscription-based business. You make your commission out of the subscription. So with MLM, you have to bring more and more and more. You must lie. MLM, you will lie. OnPassive, you will not lie. It's truth. Because MLM, you will lie to convince somebody to come in. OnPassive, you will not. With OnPassive, it's based on your subscription. And they will run traffic on your website. You own a domain account. With MLM, they don't give you that, all those things. You don't have those privileges. The day you stop bringing in, the day you go line and bring in one customer, then you make money. You know, and only those who are up there make money. In OnPassive, everybody across the board, you are fine. Thank you, Comfort.
Thanks so much, bro. Thanks. I thought you were going to be the last, but who says no to a sister, to a lovely, beautiful sister? So I'll let her speak. Sister Gladys, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort, and all the leaders and all the attendees here. Why we are not an MLM, I'm not going to repeat everything else the rest have said, but I'm going to say one thing. OnPassive is not an MLM because we are an ethical company. The pressure in MLMs is so much. In order to succeed, you have to do everything, including the unethical, in order to reach the top or in order to make money. MLM, normally you are scripted on what you say. Maybe you are given a template to read from so that you hit the points that are needed to convince the customers. But look at us. We are here speaking about OnPassive openly. We are live streaming on 20 YouTube channels. Without any script, we are speaking what we are feeling right from the heart. So we take pride for being an ethical company, and so we are not an MLM, and we play by the rules by following the guidelines of OnPassive as a company which is an ethical company. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Gladys. I really appreciate. I think the last round of this meeting was another one because you just fired us up, all of you who spoke about OnPassive not being an MLM company. But it's been a great webinar from what I see people say on the chat. So we appreciate you all. I think it takes a team to make the dream work. Because I don't know, okay, I've forgotten how to say it, but we know what we're talking about. It takes this team, this family here to make a success. So let's keep coming. This is OnPassive Heroes. You are here because you're a hero. We know where we're going to. When we listen to the All Tech Pro, we know what we've got in our hands. Let's move on the heads up, representing our power, our business powerfully, just as strong as it is. Thank you, guys. And Sister Joycelyn, I'll hand over to you to take care of my brother, John Borilla, and the rest. So go for it.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Done it all. Even though your partner in crime is not here today, you have done all the job. Thank you very much.
He was here in spirit.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Brother John, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Comfort. I just want to say we are brand ambassadors, and to quote my favorite OnPassive line from Oliver Fonte, we are fine. And we're fine because a lot of folks help us behind the scenes and help me to keep it running smoothly. That's why we're all fine, I think. Anyway, I want to thank these folks. First of all, I want to thank whoever helped us today in the chat to post a background periodically, because that's something that really helps us out a lot. And we just couldn't accomplish it. At least I can't do it on my device. We needed to have some folks and people pitched in. Now, I don't know everybody that did, but I know that Peter Rogers, he helped out by doing that. And I want to thank him very much. And anyone else who helped us. Thank you, thank you. I think maybe some of the other co-hosts may have done that. I don't know everybody that did it, but Peter Rogers and every other person that helped us, thank you very much. And now let me go on to everyone else that helped us today. MK Kaylee, Yin Yang 444, Casey Zevenbergen, Kushal Pagu, Raphael St. Germain, Alista Tuach, Myra Kino, Bruce Gerstein, let's see, Roy Davies, and Rob Gorman, Dave Rosowski, Willie Wonky, Nancy Babcock, oh my, and I think, and Dr. Benny, I think that's it. Oh my, what a list to try and remember. I hope I didn't miss anybody. You can let me know. Oh, I think Karina Lance was in there helping us a little bit today in the chat as well. So that, oh my goodness, Taj Sheikh also helps us out sometimes just on his own. That's it, I think. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Joe. Thank you very much. Oh God, you always make our day. Thank you very much. Auntie Lynn, do you have anything to say before I move on?
Yeah, just a quick thanks for the two ladies that create our beautiful backdrops. And I'll move to the side so you can see it. It's so pretty.
Yes. And the beautiful colors.
There's a lot of love and effort go into it. So thank you to June Buckingham and Myra Aquino. We love you for all that you do.
Yes, thank you. Every Sunday you give us a new background. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you. Well, that is the end of our webinar for today. We'd like to say a big thank you to everyone in this house. Thank you, Sister Comfort. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. She's a mother. We love you, Auntie Lynn. She's the best. She's always worked behind the scene. We really love you, Mama. We love everyone for coming. Our Tech Pro brothers, everyone, Brother Andy, and all the LC leaders in the house. So, like our brother Red said, if you're a founder, keep visiting your back office. Get all the updates from there. And if you are lucky, we might express some new experience from the back office again to this week. So keep visiting our back office and spread the news. OnPassive, the biggest family we have ever found on this planet, and the biggest business that we have ever seen in this planet. So, Auntie Lynn, if you unmute everyone, and we all say,
thank you. And also remember that, we use the same link for Heroes webinar every week for now until the link expires, but it's good for a long time. So just save the link that you use today, put it in a special place, and just join us every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And be aware of the time changes. I think some time changes are affecting Europe. So look in Google if you're not sure, because I think people were kind of mixed up about the time we started today, like in UK, for example.
Yeah.
So be aware of the time change, Okay, so now we're going to take it to the gallery. And if you want me to spotlight your video so you can say hi and bye to everybody, turn your video on. Make sure your background is decent, okay? If you want to be spotlit, right? We're going to go ahead and ask
I'd like to say hi
everyone
to Cynthia Brown. I just saw her.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Cynthia.
Okay, so should I go ahead? Ask everyone to unmute? All right, let's go to the gallery.
Hi.
Bye.
Yeah, sorry, doing it. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you. We love you. Love you guys. You guys are so good.
Bye-bye.
Have a good Sunday,
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye from Canada.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yes, we need to. Bye-bye. Love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job.
Thank you.
You look great.
Good night. Bye-bye. I love you.
Bye. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye. Good night. God bless you. Bye. Good night.
Bye, Mariam. Thank you for your help.
Bye, Mariam. Good night.
Bye.
Brother George.
All right. There we go.
Bye-bye. Tell me bye-bye from PNG. Hi. Clear. Bye-bye, brother.
Hello, Sir Bridget. Hello.
Bye, Bridget.
Hey, that's it. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
everyone.
Good night.
Bye now.
Brother Vincent.
Hey, Vincent, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Brother John.
John from Brooklyn. Bye-bye, brother.
Yeah, brand ambassador.
Merci, Mama Merci. Bye, Mama.
Bye, Marcy.
Bye-bye. Love you all. Love you all. Bye-bye. From Brooklyn, New York. Good night.
Love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful
I need a background too, my
total art.
got it.
Bye-bye now. See y'all later.
Bye, everybody.
Naga.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, thank you. Ricky, thank you. God bless you.
Johanna
Wow.
Sister Lee, see you tonight.
Have a blessed week, everyone.
Yeah,
crazy.
How can you get
Have a beautiful day.
We love you all.
Love you all.
Jocelyn Dovo. Jocelyn Dovo. Jocelyn
Hey, that's me.
Gifty Safoa. Gifty Safoa. Jocelyn.
John.
Thank you. Yes. Have a wonderful night.
We gotta come up with a new.
Who's that? Who is it?
We are the world.
We love you.
We love you too.
We really love you, bro.
Commissioner.
I don't believe it's fun.
God bless you.
God bless you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, everybody there.
Bye, everybody.